Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the book The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Now, if you don't know what the book's about, it's about Addie LaRue who, in order to get out of an arranged marriage while living in France in 1714, makes a deal with a god that causes her to be able to live forever. But because she made the deal with a god that only comes out after dark and not one that comes out during the day, she's cursed so that everyone who meets her forgets her. That is until nearly 300 years later when she meets a man in a hidden bookstore and he remembers her. Now, if you haven't read the book, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. With that said, here's my review of the book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. You could tell that Toby felt bad that he didn't remember Addie, but it wasn't his fault since nobody does. But it still made me feel sorry for Addie since she can't make any long-term relationships because whenever she meets someone new, they won't remember meeting her. That's a really lonely life. I really liked how the book went through different moments in time and we got to see what Addie's life was like after she made the deal, before she made the deal, and when she made the deal. It was nice to get a backstory on her life, and it was also nice to find out why she did the things that she did. It was really sad to see Addie's parents, Estelle, and her friend Isabel not recognize her. But she did make a deal with a god that comes out after dark, and she was warned not to do that, and she didn't think about what the consequences would be. But I still think that's a really scary thought. I mean, if I woke up one day and found out that no one that I knew who I was, I would be pretty scared. When I read the first chapter that was in Henry's point of view, it made me think that he made a deal like Addie, and that his deal was that he would be attractive to everyone. And I thought that because he asked the girl if she was sure that this is what she wanted, and she said that it was exactly what she wanted. And my theory was because he made his own deal, that was why he remembered Addie. And I was right. Even though his deal was that he would be what everyone wanted him to be and not necessarily attractive to everyone. I didn't blame Addie for how she felt when Henry told her that he remembered her. I mean, if you go through life meeting people who will forget you when you're out of sight and then have someone say they remember you, that's a big thing. And the fact that Henry was the only person that Addie could say her name to was also a big thing. I already thought that having Addie's life would be hard since you would be living forever but no one would remember you, but having Henry's life would also be really hard. Yes, it's a nice idea to have everyone who sees you think you're amazing, but deep down you would know that it wouldn't be real. I didn't blame Addie for how she reacted when she saw Toby performing at Henry's birthday party, since she helped Toby write the song, and the song was about a girl that Toby was in love with but never met. Even though the people that Addie meets forgets her, they all mean something to her, so it's hard when she sees them again. Even though I prefer Addie with Henry, whenever Addie and Luke talked, you could tell that there was something between them. I mean, I didn't want them to end up together since it was Luke's fault that everyone would forget Addie, but you could tell that there was something between them. It was really sad when it was revealed that the deal that Henry made was for a year, so Luke would get Henry's soul and Addie would be alone again. I was wondering if Addie was going to try and switch the deals so that Henry would get a lifetime and she would get the year, but that's not what happened. It was a twist when it was revealed that Luke made Addie and Henry meet and that it wasn't a random meeting. But to be honest, it wasn't really a surprise. I mean, it would have been nice to think that Luke made a mistake and wouldn't have known that Addie and Henry would meet, but that was also too good to be true. But even though Luke made it happen, I was still glad that Addie and Henry met. I was glad that Addie saved Henry. It was just upsetting that the way she did it was by changing her deal and telling Luke that in exchange for letting Henry go, she would be Luke's for as long as he wants her by his side. I didn't want Addie and Henry to not be together, but I knew that it was the only way Addie could save him. I really loved that Henry wrote Addie's story. Yes, the people who read it won't think that it's real, but Addie's story is now in the world. And I also loved how smart Addie was when she made her new deal, because she didn't tell Luke that she would stay with him forever. She said she would stay with him for as long as he wants her by his side. And it also showed how highly Luke thinks of himself, since he didn't realize that Addie tricked him. And even though we don't get to see Luke decide that he doesn't want Addie anymore, I hope that when that does happen, Addie and Henry get to reunite. Thanks for watching, guys. If you read the book, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my future videos, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.